George Washington led a die-hard band of American patriots to victory at Trenton and Princeton and Monmouth in our glorious battle to win American independence. George Washington. This is the state where generations of tough and strong New Jersey craftsmen and dockers, farmers and factory workers.
It certainly does, and they were spying on my campaign, and it went right up to the top, and everybody knows it, and now we're going to find out. You have Bull Durham, who's supposed to be the toughest. I've never met him, never spoke to him, but he's supposed to be the smartest and the best, and he works for Bill Barr, who's a great attorney general. We would maybe have ended this thing a lot sooner had he been there originally. But you have some people that are great people now, and patriotic people. They love our country. This was spying on my campaign, something that has never been done in the history of our country. This was an overthrow attempt at the presidency. They tried to overthrow the presidency. This is a disgrace. But I'm not surprised to see it. It's just starting to come up. I think this is nothing compared to what you'll see over the next couple of weeks.
These media outlets
people are sick.
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 Outlets
Good morning, Patriots. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell. If you're a returning Patriot, welcome back. Again, this is the website up, thepatriothour.com, for all of your t-shirt needs. More things being added daily, like coffee cups and koozies and just all kinds of great things. It's a way to support the channel. We appreciate it. All the links are down below underneath the video in the description box, and check that out. Today, we're going to look into an article over at Operation Disclosure, a Traitors Justice by Sierra NZ, Sunday, September 6, 2020. The time is 11:07. My favorite Twitter is Inevitable. He had made a connection between a recent Pentagon announcement and a Q drop. Over here in Inevitable at Existential 2020, Phase 3 trials of the coronavirus vaccine to take place at U.S. military sites. Pentagon confirms. We got a New York Post article here. New York Post, Phase 3 trials of the coronavirus vaccine to take place at U.S. military sites. Pentagon confirms this. So Phase 3 is the military, a Traitors Justice. If you look at Q Post 2724, came on the 14th of February 2019 at 11:42. A Traitors Justice, Phase 3, panic in D.C. Rats everywhere. For those who decide to save the taxpayers some money, there's no escaping God. Be on the vigilant for a suicide weekend. Phase 3 trials of the coronavirus vaccine to take place at U.S. military sites. Pentagon confirms. Phase 3, we're seeing all this a million times. He links the Pentagon announcement to Q Drop 2724 from February 14th of February 2019. A Traitors Justice, Phase 3, panic in D.C., rats everywhere. For those who decide to save the taxpayers some money, there is no escaping God. The no escaping God part refers to suicide weekend. The Alliance believes there will be many deep state suicides just ahead of the mass arrest. Speaking of the virus vaccine, here is proof that the Alliance has full control over the deep state. Listen to Kamala Harris's response when asked if she would take the vaccine before the election. Again, this comes from Vincent Crip 46 at Vincent Kennedy. How do you get the left to fight the vax battle? Don't take the vaccine. At Real Donald Trump is talking about.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the election. Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us. I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump.
Let's just say there's a vaccine that is approved and even distributed before the
Don't
election.
take the vaccine.
Would you get it?
Well, I think that's going to be an issue for all of us. I will say that I would not trust Donald Trump.
We don't trust you. So there you go. Lawyer in Linwood, who has represented several high-profile light warriors, blast open the Epstein story again. He has demanded an explanation from Bill Gates and Bill Clinton about the birthing stations on Epstein Island. So inevitable again here with a tweet. Birthing stations reminds you of New Mexico Ranch, reminds you of Epstein's genetic testing. I bet he knows what he's talking about. Linwood, here's a question for Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. Were the birthing stations and rooms on Jeffrey Epstein Island? Were there? Asking for a friend who loves to pursue truth to achieve justice. Another thrilling boat rally, this time in Austin, Texas. Again, I was out on one yesterday, much smaller than this, but it was still very fun. A couple hundred people just, about an hour, a little over an hour away from me, out on Lake Michigan. Inevitable here, my home city representing Austin, Texas. I guess there are so many boats out there. A few bumped in. There were some sinkings. Just so many. What a beautiful sight. That's freedom right there. Dang. Okay, so, and finally, from the This Can't Be Possibly True, really, files, the BBC has created a journalist position titled Special Disinformation Reporter. This naive young woman talks about earnestly live on camera about people who are detached from reality, referring to QAnon and lockdown protest. She won't feel a fool when the truth comes out. Poor baby. Dangerous disinformation.
Conspiracy theories increasingly coming together, as was apparent on the streets of London last weekend during anti-lockdown protests. On one hand, QAnon, a conspiracy theory that says President Trump is waging a secret war against Satan-worshipping elite paedophiles. On the other hand, false claims about coronavirus. Our specialist disinformation reporter, Mariana Spring, is with us. Just explain more for us. There were protests in the last few days, weren't there?
Yeah, so there were protests in central London last weekend, and we're expecting more this weekend, although on slightly different topics. And at those protests, we saw emerging of two very viral conspiracy theories that on the surface don't appear to have that much in common, aside from the fact that they're very detached from reality. One, as you say, is QAnon, which is a false conspiracy theory suggesting that President Trump is waging a war against elite paedophiles. And on the other side, you have coronavirus conspiracy theories, suggestions ranging from the idea that the pandemic is a hoax, which is false, to the claim that vaccines are a way of microchipping or even killing the population should a coronavirus vaccine be available. Again, totally false. It's interesting because following the coverage of the protests, a number of people got in touch with me by email saying coronavirus is a hoax, it's covering up these paedophile rings. And it was then that I started to think, oh wow, these two mega viral things are becoming one. Similarly, I spoke to a man whose mum attended the protest. She otherwise wasn't interested in conspiracy theories 3 months ago. Since then, she's become obsessed with coronavirus conspiracy theories and now with QAnon. And she was there at the protest holding a sign that showed these views.
So what you're saying is that supporters of totally different conspiracy theorists are effectively being drawn together. Is that deliberate or accidental, or do we not know?
I think it's a combination of both of those things. So obviously in times of social upheaval or difficult events, as the pandemic has been, people turn to conspiracy theories to try and make sense of things and to gain control. And so you often find that people who believe one conspiracy theory are prone to believing lots of other ones. However, actually in this case, you find that the audience who believe in QAnon and the audience who believe in coronavirus conspiracy theories, they've almost found in each other another pool of people who they can suck into this dangerous disinformation they're plugging.
Disinformation specialist. Wow. So again, happy Labor Day weekend to all of the U.S. readers, I guess, because this is only our, of course, it's Labor Day weekend here in the United States. Your president is our president, they're saying, and where we go one, we go all. Love and light, Sierra NZ. We appreciate it. I hope you guys all enjoy your time off tomorrow. I know we've all just got off a whole bunch of time off, so... but hey, it's like some of these people, the day G. Maxwell went down, Oprah stepping down, Ellen, Jimmy Kimmel took an extended vacation he needed with his family, he said. Bull crap. We know that the guilt, they knew at that point they had been had. The icing on the cake, folks. We already have it all. Some of this other stuff is just the syrup and icing, like I said, on the cake, or the ice cream, the sprinkles on top with the cherry. For the grand juries, there will be no doubt with the abundance of information from the investigations and just a waterfall of truth, enough truth and fact to bring the whole damn thing down. Again, I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you. And where we go one, we go all.
Washington swamp once and for all. And I never even knew the swamp was this bad. Swamp is bad. Bad people. A lot of bad people in the swamp. Bad people in the swamp.
you.